The rise and fall of the American dream. What was the American dream? It was more than just a dream. It was a promise. Promise that in America, no matter who you were or where you came from, if you worked hard, you could succeed. From immigrant families arriving at Ellis Island, to factory workers buying their very first homes, the American dream became the heartbeat of a nation. But today, that heartbeat feels faint. This is the story of how it rose, how it fell, and what might come next. In the 1920s, America was booming. Cities were expanding. Factories were thriving. Immigrants from across the world arrived with empty pockets and full hearts, chasing opportunity. For many, the dream began with a job, a rented room, and hope. Then came the Great Depression, a dark chapter that nearly shattered it all. But America fought back. The Second World War brought unity, and after it ended, prosperity. By the 1950s, the dream had a shape: a house in the suburbs, a steady job, 2 kids, and a car in the driveway. For millions, this was the golden era of the American dream. By the 1960s, something was changing. The American dream was still alive, but for many, it was never real. Black Americans were fighting for civil rights, women were demanding equality, and young people were questioning everything. The Vietnam War divided the country. Protests filled the streets. Hope turned into tension. And while Wall Street soared, the factory towns began to fade. Jobs moved overseas. Inflation surged. The dream started slipping away. For the first time, many Americans wondered, was the promise ever meant for everyone? The 1990s brought new hope with booming tech and global trade. Jobs moved overseas faster than anyone expected. Americans borrowed more, spending on houses, cars, and dreams beyond reach. Credit cards and mortgages piled up. But the foundation was shaky. When the housing bubble burst in 2008, the dream collapsed for millions. Foreclosures surged, jobs disappeared, and the promise of upward mobility seemed farther than ever. In the ashes of the crash, a new generation came of age. They inherited debt, climate anxiety, and shrinking opportunity. College degrees no longer guaranteed stability. Home ownership felt like a fantasy. But they didn't just give up. They adapted. They built side hustles, became creators, questioned capitalism itself. For many, the dream wasn't about money. It was about meaning. Not about climbing a ladder, but building a new one that works for more than just a few. The American dream was never just about money. It was about dignity, about the belief that your future could be better than your past. But dreams don't live forever unless they're cared for. So now, the question isn't just, what happened to the American dream? It's, what will we build in its place? A future that works for all, not just the lucky few. That's the dream worth chasing now. The American dream may be fading, but the future, that's still ours to shape. Thank you for watching.